Good afternoon, my name is Philippe and I'm going to share my testimony for you today. I was born in Europe, France, Paris, raised as a Catholic and did my 2 communions, but really without knowing the true Jesus. I have 2 sisters and a brother, but always feeling very lonely and always had to have a hard time to mingle with others. Later on in my youth, because I didn't want to continue to go into school, my father, who was a police officer at that time in Paris, decided to send me to go to work in a pizza place as a dishwasher by the age of 16. Later on, I decided to work in a restaurant business and to make it as a career and especially as a sommelier, a wine expert. I have been very, very blessed in my life, including in Paris, in England, London, and in Cape Town, South Africa, to work in many, many prestigious hotels, 5 stars, and restaurants, including Maxim's restaurant, including the Ritz Hotel Palace in Paris, in Cape Town at the Sellers Renault Hotel, and also in New York at Le Bernardin restaurant, 3-star Michelin. I was the head sommelier. I was earning a lot of money. Unfortunately, the disease doesn't care who you are as an alcoholic and how much money do you earn. After many years in the restaurant and hotel business, I did not realize that I could not functioning without drinking. My drinking always followed me, or I was following my drinking, and it spun out of control. I lost many great opportunities and great jobs in my life throughout my career. Throughout my life, I also went to many different treatment centers and went to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings where nothing really major happened. I was staying sober for a few months, few weeks, and then I relapsed. That was a very vicious circle. Now fast forward. One day, 13 years ago, I landed in Carmel-by-the-Sea, California. Even though I was offering many great opportunities again and great jobs, I ended up being fired, and actually I went to jail because of my drinking and slept on the streets as a homeless. Until actually in Carmel-by-the-Sea, I found a restaurant where the owner of this restaurant saw very quickly that I had an alcohol problem. So instead of firing me, he actually prayed for me and invited me to his church. After many attempts for the owner to invite me to his church, at the end, I accepted his invitation. I still remember the first day, the first Sabbath, Saturday, when I came to church. I was intoxicated. I sat in the back of the pews and I was weeping. I was crying. I was realizing that I was totally empty in my life. But even though people didn't know me, they embraced me and loved me, a love that I never felt before. That was the love of Jesus. So I decided to learn more about that Jesus through Bible studies. And one day I went home into my room in Carmel and I had the impression to kneel and to pray. So I did. And I had this enormous impression to give my life to Jesus or not, because I have a choice. At the end of that short prayer, I gave my life to Jesus and I told him, I will do anything for you. Since that prayer 12 years ago, I never had any cravings for alcohol or drugs. Now, the good things, my life with Jesus. Well, my life has changed. I have been sober for 12 years. I'm still coming to the church where I found salvation. I am very happy. I also met a lady 12 years ago in that church where he became my wife. We have one daughter and 2 beautiful grandkids. I am learning to walk daily with the Lord and still have my daily struggles. But when I fall, I know who to go to. I go to Jesus, my Savior. I learn every day to walk and to talk with Him. It gives me great relief. My appeal to each one of you in the world who are struggling with alcohol or any kind of addictions: come simply to the Father as a child who comes to his Father, and ask the Lord to set you free in the name of His Son Jesus, and believe, and by believing you will receive. Proverbs chapter 3 from verse 4 to 5 and 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not into your own understanding. And in all the way, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path." Thank you.